and hold on to the headboard. Need I say more? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison if you're new here, and welcome to Wonderland. Today we are going to be doing the save one, drop one tag. I originally saw Haley and Bookland do this, but I do know Jessie the reader did this as well a while back, and I just never got to it. So today I wanted to play it. I didn't do like the cup with like all the little things, the little notes in there, because that takes too much work and I'm lazy. But instead I did what Haley did, and I pulled up my Goodreads and I chose my average rating is how I randomly selected it, and that's what we're going to do. So if you see me with my phone, that's what I'm doing. Goodreads literally woke up this morning and chose violence, because my first two that I have to put together against each other is The Violet Theory and A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. So The Violet Theory is by Elodie Ivor, and if you know me, I am trash for this book. I love these books. I'm reading the second one right now. I just love them so much, and I love Elodie. And then, of course, A Court of Mist and Fury is by Sarah J. Maas. It's a cult favorite, and people either love it or they hate it. I personally really liked it. But to put these two against each other, that's scary, because I'm going to probably go with the one that people aren't going to suspect, and that's The Violet Theory. I'm going to save that one because I just really enjoy the world. I love the ACOTAR world, but I'm going to give up chapter 55 for The Violet Theory because your girl loves this book, and it just has pirates and, you know, adventure and mystery in it and magic, and I love that. It reminds me a lot of like a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of retelling. So yeah. The next two are Kingdom of Ash and Clockwork Princess. Oh man, Goodreads is really testing me today. I think I'm gonna go with Kingdom of Ash. I haven't read Clockwork Princess in a long time. I do love that book. I do love that series, but it's not my favorite Cassandra Clare series out of all of them. And Kingdom of Ash made me sob like a baby. At like 4 a.m. when I finished it, I was crying. Insert clip here. I just really have this strong connection to that world and that story, and I love Aelin and Rowan and, you know, Dorian and Manon. I just really love this world, and so I'm gonna choose that one to save. Next one is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire and Queen of Shadows. Wow, it's just giving me all Sarah J. Maas books. I'm gonna save A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I personally really liked this book. I liked it just as much as the first one in the series, and there's something about the two main characters, I'm not going to give them away because I don't want to like spoil it if you haven't read it, that just sets my blood on fire, and I love it. The spice, wonderful. The next two I have is Twisted Devotion by Jessie Elliott and Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Oh no, 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 no. I love both. I think I'm gonna go with Lord of Shadows to save. I'm so sorry, Jessie. I love the books that you write, and I love the characters, but I have to go with Emma and Julian on this one because I relate so much to Emma, and I love her so much. So I'm sorry. The next two should not be together. The next two are A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas and The Monster at the End of This Book by John Stone. I'm gonna go with A Court of Silver Flames, although A Monster at the End of This Book does hold very sentimental memories of my dad reading it when I was younger. But Cassian and Azriel and Nesta and Hold On to the Headboard. Need I say more? The next two are The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins and Crush by Tracy Wolff. I think I'm gonna go with The Hunger Games on this one. I really do love both of these books. One is a vampire book, one's a dystopian. I adore the Crave universe. I think it's so much fun. It reads really fast. But The Hunger Games holds a special part in my soul and my writing journey. And just like my high school experience of going to the movies at midnight. I just really love this world. So I'm gonna go with The Hunger Games. I'm so sorry to Hudson Vega. I still love you a lot, but also PETA. PETA was like one of my first book loves. The next two are In the Afterlife by Alexandra Bracken and How the King of Elfman Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. Ooh, my two least favorite in the series of them. Oh, this is hard. I'm Alexandra Bracken trash. If you don't know, In the Afterlife is a part of the Darkest Minds series, and then How the King of Elfman Learned to Hate Stories is part of The Cruel Prince. I enjoyed the Radiance Novella stories a lot, but it wasn't like my favorite thing. I missed like, I don't know, I just missed the original series. And then In the Afterlife by Alexandra Bracken is probably my least favorite out of the books, just because we're in the same place for the longest time, and my favorite is the second and then the first. If I was going to choose which one to save, I think I'm going to go with In the Afterlife by Alexandra Bracken, just because it does finish out the series, while How the Kingdom of Elfman Learned to Hate Stories, I can never say that right, it's just kind of a companion story, and it doesn't really pertain to the plot or it's not needed to finish out the plot. Next is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen and Opal by Jennifer L. Armentrout. If you don't know, I have strong opinions on Pride and Prejudice. I have strong opinions on Jane Austen in general. I took an entire course on her books, and I've read all of them except like one, and I don't plan to read the other one. I just really don't like her books. I know, ooh, blasphemy. Emma's probably my favorite out of all of the books. Yeah, not the biggest fan, and I'm gonna say it, I've said it before, I don't like Mr. Darcy. I'm not the biggest fan of Mr. Darcy. Granted, I have not watched the Pride and Prejudice with like the 2005 version that everyone's in love with. I haven't watched it because I really don't care, but I feel like one day I should. Maybe I'll watch it like as like a reaction video for my channel, because I just don't like the man, but maybe the movie makes it better. But Opal is a part of the Lux series, which is about aliens, and I love Jennifer L. Armentrout's books, so I think I'm going to choose to save Opal because Damon Black. And I don't know, I really like that series. I would really love to reread that series. It was fun. I think I finished the entire series in like 2 weeks, and I just flew through it, so. And I'm going to do one more, and that is going to be Dune by Carrie Corp and Lori Langdon, and Keeper by Kim Chance. Both of these are fantasy books. Keeper follows the story of Lainey, who finds out that she is a keeper, or a witch who is tasked to protect the grimoire, but the grimoire is stolen, and so she has to go on an adventure with her friends to try and find that. While Dune follows two best friends who go to Scotland after one of their aunts dies. They cross the bridge of Dune and get transported back in time to when the clans are a thing, and there's two boys in kilts. It's very Outlander, but for the YA genre, and I love both. If I was going to keep one, oh no. I think I'm gonna go with Dune, just because I am like really into Scotland, and I my Scottish heritage comes through. Love the love story in this one, but I do love Keeper, and I love the duology in general, and I love Kim. She is great. I feel like I just portrayed like all of my favorite books and just like slapped half of them across the room and told them they were unworthy. Let me know down below some of your versions of Save and Drop. I would love to know, or if you've done this video. I will link Jessie and Haley's videos down below. But yeah, this was super fun. Also super heartbreaking to have to drop some of my favorite books. But I do like to pit my favorite books against each other sometimes. I will see you all next time in Wonderland Loves. Bye!